Yo. Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, good morning, or I would say good late night if you are in the US. It'll be like 4 a.m. for you. But anyway, you know, I'm available this morning because I'm not available this afternoon, and so we stream now. Why not? I'm trying to work on this polymorph thingy. It's not super easy, but I hope we can solve it. I hope so. Hello. Hello, hello. I hope we can solve it. 1569. Yes. Okay. So let's try to understand where we are and why this thing is not working. So we have a problem with the... Let me just switch the music so we are ready to go. And let me switch this as well. Okay. I want to write down exactly what is happening because I think I'm a bit confused of what exactly is happening, right? So we have the overridable, right? So what happens is that we have a layer, which is a buffable layer, right? Which stores all the changes to the character, and is storing as well the overridable race, which is nice because that can be connected to a spell, and when the spell finishes, you can change it back, right? Right. So this overridable race is what I'm trying to understand, right? Trying to understand what is the sequence. And there are two different entry points, right? Let me try to spell this out. So one is the polymorph spell, right? The polymorph spell, what it's doing is actually casting a spell, right? Is actually casting a spell which creates a temporary effect. So it basically creates a temporary effect, right? While the morph command, right, is creating a permanent effect. So is right. I mean, permanent meaning that it's not timed, right? So there is the difference, right? So the morph at the moment works. And I would like to understand why, right? Why this one works and why the other doesn't. I mean, in reality, he's also adding a fake spell, as you can see here. So he's also adding a fake spell of overrideable race, but so he's adding a fake spell anyway to see the icon under active magic, which I don't know exactly why we do this. I don't know exactly why we do this. Yeah, and that goes through the wall. That goes through the wall. Overrideable race on change, right? So absolutely. So he goes through this. He goes through this, right? Now, my only question is, when we do the morph, is this running both server side and client side? Because during the polymorph, we have the problem that is not. Hello, Hula. Hey, good morning. I can say hi, but I cannot stay. No problem. Hello, hello. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, Sneaker 101. Polymorph spell reminds me of Barony. There is a spell the exact same name. Well, there is also a spell in D&D, in Dungeons and Dragons, which is called Polymorph, right? Which is probably the origin of it all. There are two Dungeons and Dragons spells. There is Polymorph, which allows you to polymorph yourself, and then there is Polymorph Others, which is capable of polymorphing other people. And they are actually fairly high-level spells, right? In Dungeons and Dragons. So what I'm trying to understand is this overrideable race, right? Does it happen only server side? Well, this overrideable race is assuming that the race info has been already changed, and then is doing a number of operations to actually set the strength, the agility, right, the skills. He's setting the armor, setting the weapons, set a bunch of stuff, and then and this is the line that I added yesterday. Okay. There is the line I added yesterday. The problem of this is that this is really setting the race fully, right? So it's no more just a visual look, but the actual character race is changing completely. Oh, my face is stuck. And this brings us a problem, the problem that when we save the character to the database, the race is actually changed in the database as well, right? So before this was not happening, so it was only trying to switch the visual look. But if I do that I can still do, the texture is not replicated because the texture depends on the texture is associated to the race, and there is an on-rep notify, right? There is an on-rep notify on the on this base texture. So when this happens, right? When this happens, the client gets the new texture, right? And we see it visually. Now the problem is so this goes through overrideable race override. No, this goes through set race info, because get race override, right? The only thing that is doing the only thing wait, I'm confusing myself. That's for sure. Overrideable race override on change. Okay, let's try to list it here. So overrideable race override, right, is actually calling at the end on change, right? And on change is doing stats, inventory, helms, I mean all that stuff, and then is doing this set mesh. I don't think this set mesh is actually doing anything anymore. Yeah, exactly. Set mesh is doing nothing because it was the old way. So this line in theory we could even remove. But then we do the set race info, and this is the one that I added, right? And the set race info is actually setting the base texture that is replicated to the client, right? And that is why we do the set race info. Plus, there is this new method, right, which is the set race morphed. The set race mesh morphed that what the hell is doing? That is setting this other variable that is also replicated. And this one, you see, is replicated on change race mesh. And on change race mesh is actually switching the mesh, right? So is doing the actual skeletal mesh. So he's searching the skeletal mesh. If he doesn't find it, blah blah blah, and he's doing basically at the end is doing set skeletal mesh, right? So and he's doing it for all the okay, but my question is, inside of this, are we setting the race again? I don't think so. No, we are not. Okay, so what this change race mesh is doing is basically setting the new skeletal mesh. And then what we do, we call it also, right? We call it also on the server, right? So yeah. Okay, so that is all the mess. This is all the mess that overridable race override on change is doing. Okay. Now, why my face continue to be stuck? Holy shit! It's so distracting and so annoying. Okay. So, now that we know exactly what is happening here, so this is very good. So this in theory should do everything we need. So now the question is, what else do we do differently between the polymorph spell and the morph command? Because they are actually working differently and I don't understand why, right? I don't understand why. Okay, so that is the morph spell. This is the morph command, right? The morph command. We are setting the race twice. Just a second, guys. I will be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so it looks like, right? It looks like we do things twice, which is not the greatest idea. Because you see here in the so in theory, the overridable race is already doing, right? This is what we said, right? This is what we said, right? Am I tripping or? So we said that in the on change. We said that in the on change of overridable race, we do, yes, exactly. We do set race info, set race morphed, set race info, set race morph, and on rep change mesh, right? So why we do it twice? You see? I don't understand. Because I copied over because I wanted to do the same in. Okay. So let me do something. So in theory, if I remove this, right? Because I wanted to do it all inside overridable race. Okay. Now I get it. So if I remove this, in theory, morph should still work, right? Because it's done all there. So we have only the problem for the polymorph spell. I think so. Okay, let me recompile. Yeah, and the reason is that since the morph was working, I copied this block inside overridable race. But this is the mess that I made yesterday. Okay. So now we are gonna test the standard morph command, right? Because we want the morph command to only call overridable race. We don't want it to do anything else if possible. So it's identical to the polymorph spell. But for whatever reason, they work differently, which is what I don't understand, right? Maybe, I don't know, that's kind of strange actually. So if now also the morph doesn't work anymore, it means that overridable race is not enough, right? If it works, then it means that we have some other stuff going on the polymorph spell that is not complete. Okay, let's use another race. So if I morph me into a Groffel N, yeah, you see that the texture is not mirrored. Why? Overridable race on change Groffel, on rep change mesh Groffel is happening on the server, right? On the client, it doesn't happen. What the fuck? No, wait. On race change, on wrap change race mesh groffel. On wrap change race groffel is actually happening on the client as well. On wrap change race mesh. On wrap change race mesh. On wrap change race mesh, this one, right? But it is not where we are setting the texture, right? Nope. This is not setting the texture. Because the texture we set it in set race info. So it looks like we set it on set race info. Yeah, but we said, right? We said it a second ago that our overridable race is calling this and is calling also this. So why the texture is not replicated? I don't understand it. Bro, we go through overridable race 100%, right? We also see the printout. Let me maybe add a printout here on this. Is there a printout? Yeah, there is this. Overridable race on change. Overridable race on change. Yes. And on the client, yeah, you see, it doesn't happen on the client. It does not happen on the client. It does not happen on the client. Overridable race on change, it does not happen on the client. What the fuck? It's a replicated variable. Overridable race. Overridable race on change is not happening on the client. Yeah, because I call it only on the server actually. Yeah, that is called server side. So as long as the, okay, I understand that. Is happening only server side. Yeah, fine, but then inside of this, okay, I understand it's happening only on the server. I understand it. But then inside of this, we call set trace info. Right? And set trace info is setting the texture. This, by the way, is completely useless because here we are already server side. So I don't understand why we do, why we say we replicate also on the server, right? Here we are server side. So this line is completely useless. So my fear is that inside set race info, we enter with the same race, and so this thing is not doing it. No, we don't, because base texture is here. Okay, let me add another printout, because I think that we are. I mean, I'm not understanding why we are not going through this, right? We should go through this, and this should be replicated client side 100%. sorry, I got distracted by a message. Okay, let's try to understand set trace info. So what we want the base texture, right? Well, let's do it after base texture then. Because this is the one that we are replicating and the one that is not working. That is the one that is not working for whatever reason. Right? And we know that this is not happening on the client. No, sorry. This should happen on the server. And this variable, this base texture, which is onRep notify, right? Replicated using, this one should be replicated to the client, right? With onRep base set texture. And this is the one that then is actually doing the switch of texture, right? But yeah, exactly. And it is not happening. Why is not happening? What I'm doing wrong? Oops. Cannot do it. So at the moment, our problem is that when the override of the race happens, the mesh is properly changed, but the texture is not properly changed. Okay, so that is the problem we are having. Just to simplify the discussion, right? Can you load in? Can you load in? Can you load in? Yes or no? In? Can you load in? Oh fuck. Ah! Ah. Okay. Okay, that's easy. That's easy. Why? Because it's empty. Ah, this is very good. This is very good. Okay, wait a second. This is very good. Wait a second. Let me just restore the. Let me just eat half of an apple. Half of an apple. Very nice. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. I'm just trying to restore the characters to what they were. Because I permanently changed them. Parapam-pam. I'm just logging in with all the characters and restoring their race 1 second because okay. So we start clean. Now. Okay, now the so the trick, right? The trick is that this guy, in particular, just the Groffel, right? Just the Groffel, does not have, well, like many others, by the way, does not have a texture override, right? Does not. He does not have a texture override. And this is why we don't see the texture, right? This is why we don't see the texture. So if I search Groffel 603, Groffel base. $603. It is possible, yes. 603. Okay. So if we do, we will have to do it for all the others, otherwise it will not work. But let's start with this one. And this should have no other. This should have no other implications, right? I'm thinking very deeply if he has other implications, but I don't think so. So all base races should have the texture specified in race info, so that morph and polymorph can determine the base texture, right? And we can start with this guy and see if it works. And see if it works, my boys. Okay, so now we have the base texture set, so in theory should replicate. Why this crystal is gray and not? Oh, that's a bit weird. Like I have the wrong trait or anyway. Morph me Groffel N. Ah, now the texture is okay. Okay, very good, very good. So now we see, okay, so it was, yeah, you see, on rep base texture 603, this is on the client. This is very nice. So basically, the problem was in the database and not, okay, so we have to change them all. Because if I do now Carcaras, for example, also it will not have the proper texture, right? It will not, because it's 0, because it's empty in the database, right? And this is weird. So there is something happening, right? When you are morphing between how it is possible? So when you are morphing between monsters, So not from a player character to a monster, but from a monster to a monster. For whatever reason, the on-ramp set based texture is still happening, and he's set in the but it's happening with empty. But it's okay. I mean, it's just working more, right, than what we. I mean, it's just working even when it's empty. But I'm a bit surprised because in theory it should not. But anyway, it's fine. I mean, if it's working even when it's empty, in that case, from creature to creature is even better. But still, we need to add all these values, right? It needs to be filled in. At least for the monsters. At least for the monsters. Yes. Oh wow, there is 1 million though. But we have to do it. We have to do it, there's no way. We have to do it, boys. Let's do them one by one. We have to do it. I mean, it's not longer because anyways, but I don't know if I have all the... If I have all the entries. For example, here I don't have, right? Yeah, I don't have the base Quildrake. It's missing. Oops. Okay. We can do this. I think it's not... And then we have this problem, right? That when we go back to the normal race, we are losing the animation blueprint. But that is something that we can solve later. Let's do the tedious work of setting all the base textures. And see what happens. And see what happens, my boys. And see what happens. Bah. Okay, so we need NPC. NPC Quildrake. And we need to put it here. Okay. This is the base Quildrake. Hey, we have to do it for all, boys. But it's fast. I mean, I don't think it's taking too much time, right? I don't think so. So there is 621. Well, I mean, it's taking a bit because I have to copy here the value, right? I have to copy here the value. I have to submit. And then I have to copy this line, put it in my text file to be sure that when we do it on, to have a script to do it in production, right? So yeah, he has a bit of steps, unfortunately. Training dummy. We can do it also for the training dummy, it's not a problem. The training dummy is, do we even have it? The training dummy. Let me see. Yeah, training dummy is this guy. Do you want to transform into this guy? I mean, if you want, you can. So the training dummy has training dummy 01 material, which I assume is not here. Archery target. Training dummy mat. What? Ah, this is wrong. Game training dummy 01. What? That doesn't exist. Archery target. Right. Archery target mat. Nah, it's all wrong. It is definitely wrong. Um, 280. 280. Okay. So we will be able to transform in anything. Actually, we didn't test if it works with the polymorph spell. Didn't test that. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. So dummy, 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 training dummy, things, NPC. Is this correct or not? I don't know. Training dummy, mat, things, NPC. No, it's wrong. This one is wrong as well. They're all wrong. I don't know why. They've been set long time ago, and been set long time ago. Okay. Yum, 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 yum. This will be 333. Boom. Boom. Done. Another one down. Ghost Hand. Oh wow, Ghost Hand is a cool creature. No, I have to get it from here. No, it's not here. Why? Ah, it's here. Ghost Hand. Ghost Hand has this material, but maybe it's there already. Wait, I should always check. No, it's not here at all. Ghost Stand is this. So here we need a completely new entry. This is a material and not a material instance. We can test it and see if it works, but I think it will not. Because we are reasoning in material instances, I think. Let me try this immediately so we see. So this will be 622. Because we need to understand, because we may have other instances of this, right? We may have other instances of this. So let me reload texture dt textures. Okay, I'm gonna import that. Okay, save that. Check out that. Okay. Yeah, the ghost end may not work. By the way, what is the name? Ghost end, okay. Ghost end. Let me check a bit of the news, what happened tonight in Ukraine. This war is never gonna end, boys. I don't know. If we don't help for real, it's never gonna end. We need to help for real, not just help with words. Let me see what happened tonight. Every freaking night they attack. Every freaking night. There is not a day without missiles. Not a day. Not a single day. Okay, if we go... Why every time I log in I have a different trait? Huh? That's the say trace info. It is changing the traits. That we will have to see, eh? Yeah, something is happening there. Every time I log in I have a different trait, so there's something going on. But anyway. I'm under... fuck. Yeah, but it seems to work anyway. Is it upside down like that? It seems to work with the... But I don't know if it really works. Yeah, but base texture 622. File to find object, material instance. Get material. No, I think it must be an instance. Now we defaulted to the basic one, but I think it must be an instance. If it's not an instance, it's not working. Must be an instance, my boy. So what do we do? I don't know. What do we do with the other? Let me see. Material, because they are deriving from what? From base character, from master creature. They are all derived from master creature, while ghost end is not, maybe because it's translucent. That's the problem, right? Let me see. No, it's opaque. is opaque like all the others, actually. You know, but just to be sure, I think we can do this. We can create a material instance out of this, and so that we are sure we don't mess up, and we set it, and we set this one as the default, right? It's not super clean, but is, I mean, at least we are sure that that we don't have any problem, right? Okay. So the result is identical, but now the material is a material instance, and so it works with all our swap of textures and everything else, right? So okay. I mean, we will not see things here very different because the result is the same, right? The result is identical, but so we re-import this, right? I mean, the only difference, we don't see the error, but the visual result will obviously be the same. And then we need to solve how to go back to the normal, right? Because morphing now kind of works, but then going back to normal doesn't. Oh my god, tonight. Large scale missile attack tonight. Holy shit. Now I'm back with my crystal at the top. I don't know, it's a bit weird. Okay. So now we should not see anymore the error. Yes, some issue with the animation class. Ghost end animation BP. Ghost end animation BP. Because it's not following the standard nomenclature. Yeah, but I see that it's the same here. Gobble anim BP. No, this one is correct. Yeah. This thing is not Wait. Oops. I don't know if the case matters. We will see it in a second. Okay. Okay, my boys. Boom, my face is stuck again. And my face is gone. It's back. It's not the best time to stream, I know, so... There is not many of you, but it's fine. I'm streaming because I'm working on the project, right? I'm not streaming because I want to become a popular streamer or anything, right? It's just because it's just nice, you know, that I'm working on this and I stream it so you can see what I'm doing. So if anyone is interested in how to build a game like this, you know, you can see some of the videos, and it's recorded on YouTube. And but yeah, the idea is not really. Now, if I become a popular streamer, that would be nice. But it's not required, let's say. Ah, now it works. Because now you see that the hand is looking up, and is also having a bit of an idle. Now is under the thing. But okay, good. Can we attack anything? No. Okay, so now I think everything worked as expected. Yes. Okay, so we did also that fix, which is nice. Should we check that all the animation blueprints are actually correct or not? Well, it's a bit of an annoyance, but an MVP, an MVP, an MVP, an MVP, an MVP, an MVP, an MVP. I'm just doing a check on all the monsters that they all have the proper nomenclature. This one is missing. Ah, the eagle. The eagle. Huh. The eagle, we never added it to the game. We have an eagle, but by the way, it's inside out, so it's never been really added to the game. It's a pity. I would like to have eagles flying on in the sky. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. An MVP. This one we just checked. The one we just checked. Check. 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 What is it? There. Check. Check. Is okay. 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 This one may be wrong. This one may be wrong. We have to check this one because this one may be actually wrong. Check, 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 check. and check. Okay, so the only one that may be wrong is the Riverling, because actually the race is named Riverling, but the actual mesh is named Armored Riverling for historical reasons, and also the an MVP is called Armored Riverling. Now the problem is that when I'm using the well, it should be Armored Riverling here though, or not? Maybe it's not. No, it's not. It's called Riverling here. So this will not, I think this will not work. We have to fix it. Because the mesh is not corresponding to the which is very weird though. Then how can it work? Huh? What? Maybe there are two then. No, it's called Armored Riverling. There's something weird going on here. I mean, we can test it, but definitely this seems to be... Okay, let's do it first, because it's the... So, in theory... So let me go back to my... cran, right? Okay, it gets the wrong texture, but that's not a problem. So if I go Riverling N, yeah, you see, nothing works because he cannot find the mesh. Yeah, but then how the hell are the Riverlings in game working then? Because they use the because they use the blueprint. There is another entry point, right? When we are spawning NPC, the entry point is the actual blueprint. So it will go here, and here the blueprint is called, yes, Riverling character. So it is using this. Which, by the way, why the default texture is the armor texture? The default texture should be the base. Yeah, exactly, this one. The default... Okay, so we have to change this guy so that it's actually possible to morph into it properly. Yeah, this thing needs to be renamed, right? This thing needs to be renamed to Riverling. And there is already a name. Because well, we have to rename this to Riverling T then. Riverling T. Yeah. Riverling Armored _T. I will rename also this one because actually it's always a good idea if the textures have the proper nomenclature, right? Now well, before doing that, well, or maybe we can do it. Yeah, let's do this. So let's fix the redirectors. Okay. Okay, and then when this is done... Huh? Hello? Okay. Yeah, we have to rename this mesh. This mesh should be named Riverling because we have a naming schema that drives some of our functionality like morph, polymorph and all that stuff, and so it should be named properly. So Riverlink is here. Then we need the animation blueprint, right? And the animation blueprint also should be named Riverlink and MVP. Yeah, exactly. And the texture, well, the texture probably is already correct. Let me see. The texture is Riverlink matte, yes. And the second texture is Riverlink armored matte, yes. Nice. I don't know why I updated the skeleton. Yes, I updated the skeleton because I have renamed the mesh, so it's okay. It's okay. Okay, nice. Yeah, and also that changed because I renamed the mesh again. Okay, good, good. Okay, so now in theory, let me think about it. Let me think about it. Here I forgot, obviously, this. Because I'm very noob. Okay. And then for the, so we have two, right? We have the Riverlink, the Armored Riverlink, and we have Riverlink and Riverlink Giga. Okay, and that's fine. So this one should work already because he already has set the base texture, right? So if we test it now, we should be able to morph into that Riverlink, including the animation blueprint. Including bum bum bum. By the way, guys, if you're just passing by, I mean, say something in the chat, please. Like, say hello, something. Just to know that you are there, no? Would be nice. I see Fan are walking around. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, because we logged out already morphed. We logged out already morphed, right? And now we still have the problem of the difference of speed between, I think is all okay, but that's another issue. I don't want to look at it now, but we have a problem of difference of speed. Oh wow. This guy's walking very funny. This guy's walking very funny, my boys. It's working very funny. It's okay. So if I want to do the armored version of it, armored Riverlink, right? Yes, it works. Now the guys with the armor. Okay, so that is cool. It works. It was already, I mean, the texture was already correct, but all the other pointers were wrong, so we fixed them. That is very nice. And now we can move on with the other races. Okay, let's continue from the bottom up. I don't know exactly why I did that, but it's okay. So, lavar. Lavar is not here by any means, so we need to add it. So there should be a texture, which is actually called giant underscore mat, which hopefully is an instance. Yeah, is an instance. Fantastic. So this one will become 623. Okay. And so we need to add 623 here. Commit. Copy this so that we have it when we update production. Next. Next is special. Okay, special is no one. We have the Gowert. Gowert as a Gower mat. Yep. Maybe we have it already. No, we don't. So this will be 624. Yeah, it's a bit of an annoying job, but when done once, you know, it's done forever. And this was actually something missing in all our NPC definition. So it will help also in other things. So it's anyway a good job to do, right? So I'm not annoyed by it in any way. So there is the sapling. Here we have a bit of a thing because these are different textures. Sapling Gorwell. Sapling Gorwell, but this is. So there is the base, eh? That is the base, so it will be 625. It will be 625. And what is it? It's this one. Anyway, if I look at it, you know, we are not too bad in respecting our own rules in terms of nomenclature and stuff, right? Because we have anyway thousands of files, and I mean, we didn't do too bad, I would say. Pterosaurs. I mean, the majority are correct. There are some inconsistency here and there, but very reasonable, I would say. Very, very reasonable. This becomes 626. Yeah, we have I think a dozen or more left, so we still take some time, but it's okay. There is the base coempty. It is the base. Yeah, I only have the number 2. Because we only had the variations in that file, right? We didn't have the base material. So that's the origin of the problem. We only listed the variations because we were using it when the skin is changing. But when the skin was not changing, then we had no definition because we were assuming that the default was okay. But now that you can swap, you need to swap back to the default, right? So that's the that's why we have this problem. 627. Forest, for example, this one, Forest Arangma, also is the base, right? You see you have here 2, 3, 4, and 5. They are all spelled out, but the base, which is what? Well, too many files. No, material. Arangma 01A, I guess. Arangma 01A. Yeah. Exactly. And it is 628. Is the Forest Arangma. 628. You may say, why the hell you have all these variables with numbers and such? Well, because we are trying to minimize the amount of data that is sent from the server to the client. And so we are basically having like a mapping table that from this number, like 622, is finding the corresponding material instance, right? So this is why we do it this way. In case you were wondering. Yeah, 85. Drifter. The basic drifter is missing. We have only the... Ah, here it is. Drifter base 604. 604. Okay. So this one should be easy. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. 604. I didn't check if they are all material instances, but I assume they are. So yeah, they are. Drifter 13, right? Yeah, Drifter 13. Now this should be correct because we use them also when we display the paths. So this one should actually be correct. Okay, Cormi. Cormi is our sheep, pretty much. I mean, it's a different name, but because it's coming from Cormia, which is a village in our world, but it's basically a sheep. A sheep, not a ship. A sheep. This Cormi guy. No, it's not here. So this one we have to add. Cormi 1 material. Which, by the way, I don't know why this race is upside down. I mean, it's upside down in the model, but then when in the animation blueprint is correct, and so when it's in game is correct. But the actual mesh, for whatever reason, was imported the other way. Bah. Kind of a mystery. Will be nice to have different variations for the Cormi. So to give a bit of a... Ah, this one is a material. No! Okay, do we want to switch it to creature and see what happens or not? I mean, in theory it should remain the same. Mesh. I think for this one, yes, I would like to switch it to creature. I would like to switch it to creature. So how do we do this? We create a new material. Yeah, I cannot. I have to create a new. I have to start from what? Can I create a material instance without specifying? The father. Yeah, so the father should be... The father should be master creature. And then... Yeah, I think for this monster we only have this. Yeah, so I think we use Master Creature Diffuse. I mean, it's a bit stupid, but it's better than nothing. Master Creature Diffuse. Yeah, let's do this. And Diffuse, we just choose this texture and GG. GG! Okay. We don't have a normal map. We don't have PT. We should add it actually. So if I switch between Cormi 1 mat, right, and Cormi 1 mat instance, in theory it should be identical, right? Fantastic. Actually, it is. So now, if I want to delete this, I'm a bit surprised that this is not in the blueprint. Huh? It's not in the blueprint? Because it's taking the default... Strange. What is the Cormi here? Yeah, he took it already. Yeah, because he's taking it from the mesh. Okay, fine. Fine. So we can delete it. And so now this is our new reference, right? Six, 2, 9. Okay. And we cannot do it in production until we release, because we renamed some of these textures, and actually we changed this file, and this file, unfortunately, it is shipped, right, with the client, and so we need to wait the release to fix it. Understand, my boys? Okay, so we need the Velnici base. The Velnici base is this? No. It's very weird. Master creature. Why this one is not? Because this one is done differently. Oh, fuck. No, but it's doable, it's doable, it's the same, it's the same, it's the same. Velnici 02, why is it called Velnici 02? I don't understand. Velnici 02. No, but this one is never used, right? Yeah, this one is never used, I think. Velnici 02. I think it is the old material. Yeah, this one we can delete. It's the old material. The base one is this, which is already a child of Master Creature. So yeah, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, we can take this reference, right? Take this reference. And we put it here and everything will be fine. $6.30. Boom, bam, boom, bam. Boom, bam, boom, bam. Boom, 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 bam. Okay. Next. So 6:30 we did it, huh? We have the Kikiri. Kikiri. Kikiri we miss. The material is... Oh, we have 3 different materials for the chicken. Do we use them? We have 3 different chicken types. Really? So we have this chicken. We have this chicken. And we have this chicken. Oh, wow. We never used them. I think it would be nice to randomize when he spawns, but that's yeah, we only have one definition in the database. PT. Okay, we can remember. We can, you know, keep that in mind, and maybe one day. Oh fuck! These guys are all base materials. No. No. I have zero willingness to. I would just do this. I have zero willingness to rework this material, so I will just assign the instance material, and I will just use this as a reference in our reference table, because I have zero willingness to redo it. Just for a chicken, by the way. Just for a chicken. 631. Boom. Okay. Next. Clock a drone. I think here we have exactly the same problem. Well, maybe this one we have. No. Because these are the... No, we don't. These are the loot items. Those were the texture of the loot items, so... We don't. There is the base texture. This is the base texture. $632. 632, my boys. Boom, my mind was wandering in other realm for a second. Okay. Here again. Done. Then there is the basic der gear. Yeah, I think we should also have this one. Der gear 2, der gear 3. Oh, der gear 2, der gear 3 are empty. What? What do you mean? It doesn't exist, or it exists and is not mapped? It does not exist. Holy! It does not exist! I think we can make it. Der gear color 1. Let me check 1 second in my files, because I think that this is... It's very strange that we have it in the database and then it's not... I mean, we have a der gear 3, right? We have a gray der gear and we have a der gear 3, and they are actual races. But we don't have the textures. Why? Why? Let me check in my files if for whatever reason there here. Okay. Color 1, color 3. There gear JPEG. Okay, this was just the UV. This is the one. Yeah, exactly. We have this one, for example, right? Why we never used it? We never used this? PSD1, PSD3. Ha! Boulder Dash. Yeah, that was the original name. Cannot open it. Or it opens it. So this was already what? 1024, But you know what? Let me think about it. I think we are good with this. Yeah, I'm just a bit surprised that we never used this thing. Characters. NPC. NPC there here. Lock FPX. No, it seems that we never ever used this alternative skin, right? I think we should. I have no idea why. I have no idea why we never used it. I have no idea. I have no idea, my boys, but we're gonna fix it right now. Actually, it's also a very nice texture, I think. So, why not? Exactly. Exactly. Now, can we create a third one? I don't know. Oh, fuck, when he does this. I don't know why sometimes, you know, the TGA to PNG transformation is fucking up the colors completely. Like if there is a palette, you know, or something that is messing up, or a color profile. So the only way to fix it is to export it as BMP. That is basically destroying the any color information inside a PNG, right? And then close it, import it again, and save it again as PNG, and then it's okay. I never understood exactly why this happens, but luckily we have a fix, right? So if I import it now in Unreal, you will see that is okay. It's not fully white like it was, right? Yeah, now it's okay. So I just don't know if he has the right mapping. Ah, that was the problem. No, the mapping seems to be perfectly fine. Mapping seems to be fantastic. I don't know if you want to create another variation, right? If you want to create another variation of this guy, that would be cool actually, but I don't know how easy it is. It's 12 already, shit. But this one definitely we save it, 100%. And this one is the gray air gear, so we rename it to color, I don't know, color 3. There is a normal material though. No. Yeah, because for whatever reason we don't have a normal map on this. We don't have a specular. We don't have anything, which is kind of bad. Okay, let's try to create a material instance, and we call it Dergir color 1 matte. Right? And this one we will derive it from master creature. Right? And in master creature we will use Dergir color 1. Okay. Now my only question is, if I take this guy, which by the way seems to have a bit of a fuck up in the, but okay, and instead of that we use this. Holy shit, it's changing significantly, but I think it's changing for the better though. It's changing significantly. Yeah, there is too much specular on this default texture. I don't know why there is. Yeah, it's probably the 0.5. Strange though, but anyway. Yeah, I think we can use the new one, so the material yeah. And but I think I would like to create the normal map because I think it will help a bit. So we're going to create a normal map. And then we can see if we can create a third version, right? What should we use? Like a rainbow? Like a rainbow there gear? I don't know. I don't know. Do you think that these are similar enough to have only one normal map? No, because the no, because actually the signs are different. It's already burning there. He's already burning a bit. I think it should be crisp, no? Because these guys are made of rocks. So I think it should be crisp, yes. Now the final contrast, I don't know if it should be that strong, right? I think we can go like this. This program unfortunately is creating BMP files, and it's kind of annoying. So you always have to resave it. You always have to resave it as PNG. Okay, so now if we can get our PNG thingy, and we can put it, let me just see if it changes when we put it in. I mean, I think it should, but Dergir color 1 matte, okay. Master creature, eh? Dergir. This. Oh wow. Yeah, it's making a difference for sure. It's making a difference, so I think we use it. Okay, we don't have, I mean, specular is default at the moment. I mean, if we want, we can have specular low. I don't know if it becomes too dark though. I will probably leave it as default. Probably leave it as default. Because anyway, the normal map is already helping, and okay. Bum bum bum. Okay, this is color 3. That is color 3. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Okay, now we create the... So this one in theory we can delete. Huh? As soon as we save... where is our guy? Here. So we do this. Dergear 03 color. And Dergear color 03. Okay. Okay. So so now we have another texture. Now the point is how to associate this to the new race. Oh wow, that's pretty cool actually. It's a very cool creature. I like it. It's very nice. Now the problem is how to associate this? Well, it's very simple because we have... So Dergear here we don't have anything, right? No, we don't have anything. So I think we associate the Dergear 3. Let me just understand. Dergear 3 is what? Dergear 3 is not the gray. The gray is Dergear 2. Fuck. Okay, anyway. We will swap them. It's okay. So Dergear 2 will point to color 3, which is a bit weird, but this is what it is. That's fine. Right? So this will be gray Dergear. Okay. And we already have the mapping here, so we don't have to do anything. Right? Right. What we miss is this one. Yes, exactly. And this one now is this new material that we put here. And it is the base Dergear. Well, let's call it Dergear. And it is 633. Okay, now the only question I have for you guys is, do we want to try to create another variation or not? Maybe. I don't know why I'm thinking to a rainbow. To a rainbow Dergear, but I guess the question is, can we create a variation of these two textures? And what it can be, right? For example, if we take all these ones, which are actually green, and we make them, I don't know, blue. There is a bit of blue here already. But the idea would be, if I take, for example, this, right? Is there a way I can... Is there a way I can... Oh, wow. That may be too much, though. Is this the same as a colorize or not? Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much the same as a colorize. I'm thinking if I want to add, because I mean, coloring, I mean, doing this kind of coloring is very easy, right? But it does it on the wall block. So it's not just changing the greens to blue, right? Yeah, it is something that I never understood how to do it, right? So if you want to selectively change, let me see if there is a tutorial for this. So if I want to change all the bluish thingies, color exchange, colors map, color exchange. But the point is that it cannot be a single color, right? I want it to be, what? Colors map, color exchange, colors map, color exchange one color, optional setting a threshold to convert from one shade to yes, the shade, the trash, wait, it can be this, wait, color, for example, I want to have all those one, yeah, I want to have all these ones change to this. Just an example, huh? With a green threshold. It's not doing anything though. What? It's doing something. Yeah, it's kind of doing it. But the result, unfortunately, is shit. The result is pretty bad. But yes, this is basically, well, maybe we can play with the opacity. Yeah, but you see, it's doing what I wanted to do. Yeah. So basically, in this block, it's just changing the greens to blue, right? Somehow. Now, is that enough? I mean, like if for a second I do it on everything, what happens? If I do... Holy fuck. I see. No, it's not an option. He's not, I mean, he's kind of doing what I wanted to do. So in reality, he answered my question, but he's not, I mean, he's too invasive, right? Is really too invasive. So maybe it will be easier, right, if we take all these blocks. So all the blocks that actually have the green highlights, which I don't think are that many at the end. Well, I mean, there are a few, but they are all the ones. We will have to save this selection, because if we lose it, GG. If we lose this selection, it's the end of the universe. The universe will implode. Yeah, I only want to take the ones that are clearly green. Which at the end I think is a lot, now that I see, right? I think it's a lot of stuff. Maybe it's the wall guy. Could be. I mean, it's not the back, right? It's not, but there is a lot actually of this green. What time is it? 12:23. Time is always a problem. What do we do with that one? Fuck, that one is a problem. This one is a problem, right? Because it's connected to the base. And this one on the face is also a problem because it's connected, so... But anyway. We will see what happens. I mean, obviously there is a cheap way of... It's a very cheap way to trying to create a different skin without, you know, the need to redraw everything. But yeah, this I think will be a problem. I think this will look... Whatever I do here, it will look bad because any colorize will look like weird. But let's try to do it anyway, and then if it's bad, we will remove it. Okay, we took them all. Yeah, can we save this to channel? Save to channel. Okay, so we have the selection. Now with this, so I would like to do two things, right? With one selection, which is this one. What if... Okay. No, why I cannot colorize? Huh? What? Okay. With this, yeah, exactly. But maybe that's too much, right? So I wanted to go in kind of a blue shade. Ooh, purple. Purple shade is so nice. Ooh. The problem is the connection with the rest of the body, right? Because this will be like a straight... Yeah, how can we do that? Yeah, this is where the other technique could help, right? This is where the other technique could help. This is where the other technique could help. Color exchange. Color exchange. I don't know if it's really, but the purple is super cool. If we could do a purplish, I don't know if it look okay, but yeah, I don't understand too much this, right? So that and no, it's doing the opposite. Because there is that green here. Ah, fuck. I see. But it's not really... Should I select a darker one? Okay. I'm trying, guys, and maybe it's not a good technique, so maybe we will give up. So what I don't understand is, if I select such a dark color, right? Why then the threshold is coloring... That's very strange. So why the threshold is coloring the brighter parts, right? In theory should not. Well, actually here is not. Okay. Yeah, but basically it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. What I would like to do, I would like basically to, everywhere you have green, right? Everywhere you have green, you have a bit of green. I want to make it blue, right? But with the same intensity, right? So if there is no green, like here, I can work on the layer then. Wait. If I work only on one layer, no, it crashed. It never happened to me. Wow. It never happened in my life that game crashed. Fuck, we lost the selection. No. No. 1 second. I cannot believe it. Back. Fuck. So yeah. So we lost it, my boys. We lost our selection. No. Maybe we can try on a smaller part just to see. Fuck it. So annoying. I said if we lose this selection, it's the end of the universe. No. And it happened. I never seen a game crashing. Never ever. Never happened to me. Okay, so if we have this selection, right? The idea was if we work on the layers, like if I work only on the green layer, so I shut down red and blue, and I paint green with white, it should become a green line, right? Yes. So, okay, so the theory works. So now if I am on this layer and I say what? I mean, can I colorize only one layer? No. I don't think that this is working as expected. And no, because I will have to switch, and no, and no, because I will have to basically switch this to a blue. I mean, there is a way to do it for sure, I just don't understand how. Because there is the green channel. There is the green channel. But I don't understand. If this is the green channel and here is all green, why is not showing one? One is not showing white. Maybe because it's not green. Maybe because it's blue. It's a mix of colors. Grrr. Grrr. I can do this, but this is not helping me at all. Oh, maybe a bit actually. Oh. This one is actually doing more of what I wanted to do, but is making it very dark. Yeah, the problem is that as you can see, is transforming. Why? Yeah, but it's doing more of what we want. The only problem is that if I keep the U up, wow, that is really killing it. But it's doing, it's not bad. It's just making it darker, which is very annoying. But the connect, you see, this part, yes, this part changed color, but it changed color less than everything else. So, I mean, it did change, it did change. And it became, the problem is that it became darker. The problem is that it became darker. I don't understand why. Because I have this selected. Wait a second. I was acting only on the green. Wow, this purple is fantastic, bro. This purple is insane. This reddish thingy, I mean, it's beautiful. Let me take a... I mean, it looks a bit bloody. It looks a bit bloody actually, but so the idea is if we can apply. Okay, let's try. Let me do this though. Let me save this because I don't want to lose it again. I don't want to lose it again. In case it crashes. Because now the question is, do it on all or do it on... 2507. What the fuck? No, minus 142. 31.5. And minus 299. Let's say minus 3. Now, but you see, if you do it on all, I think it looks very, 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 very bad, right? So because you are changing the... Oh, wow, this eye. Holy moly. Because it's no more a highlight, right? It's the whole creature that becomes... So it's not, right? So we have to do it, like we said, we have to do it only... We have to do it only on the pieces that are popping out. So we have to get this freaking selection again correct. And then we apply it only on the selection. And then like this guy, for example, this guy want to do it all. No, I think we do only this part, only the green, right? So we change only the greenish thingies. And the rest we leave. I would like to have more background story for the Dare gear. Yeah, but fine. Okay, this should be all, I guess. I can't wait to see how it looks. How it looks at the end, you know. But that blue eye was fantastic. I think we will do the chroma change to have it blue, even if I think the other texture was having it blue or no. No. So I think we can. I think we can have it. Why is not? Oh, okay, it is. So we have a few more pieces. We have this one. Consider that the spikes are covering a lot of the body. So I think that the end result will be very evident. I'm not really convinced to do this part on the face because it will basically create a strong triangle, but the transition will be bad, right? So that's the problem. Transition will be bad. Transition will be bad. This one is basically gray, so maybe we can leave it as it is. This guy. Okay, so if I save the selection to channel and now we save the image so that we don't lose it again. And now we apply our chroma filter, but we do it on the wall thingy. Chroma filter. And we go, like we said, minus 143, minus 143. 31.56, 31.56. and -3. I don't know if I'm very convinced about this -3, but yeah, I think this one should be 0 actually. Is it too strong? Yeah, maybe it's a bit too strong actually. I mean, it was looking nice on this piece, but now that I see it everywhere else, it looks very strong. Very strong. I mean, I can go back with the lightness, but this is just making it, you know, darker, which is not what we want. Maybe we can use the same selection and reduce the saturation. So I think we can go like this. And then we reduce the saturation a bit. It's not very nice though. How it is possible if I do scale? Ah, because it's scale one is the okay. 1 is what we have. .8. Yeah, maybe it's slightly better, right? If I go like this, 0.8. So it is there, but it's not super strong. It is there, but it's not super strong. And then the eye. The eye, I think I really like that the eye was kind of blue. I think we use the same filter, right? Yeah, this one is fantastic. The problem is that it's too much. I think it should be like this. Do we want to see how this looks? Okay. I mean, we could also change the shade of everything else, right? In theory. So I could do I could invert, right? And then say now everything else, colorize it. Right? Of whatever. So that even the base, right? That even the base is looking different. Let me just check what was our original. Our original was like this. So it is extremely more warm, right? It's really, really, really more warm. Now, like this, I think it makes no sense. I mean, it is really too much. And is this, wow, the purple. I love purple for whatever reason. Wow. Purple is insane. We could make it cold like that. Now the colorize is kind of flattening, right? Flattening everything, and that's a bit of a problem, right? It's really flattening I think the more warm colors like this look very nice actually. I don't know if it will look nice with the but yeah, you see that it's actually flattening. Hey, that is. I mean, all the colors are nice. Do you have any preference, boys? Wow, the purple. Holy shit. Purple is insane. We can try the purple. Purple is super cool. And there is all or nothing, because it is all or nothing. Okay, let me try like this. Purple is fantastic. So this will be color 2. Which will then go in color 3 actually, but fine. Okay, so if we import this and we create a duplicate of this and we call it color 2 and we use their gear color 2. Now the normal map we can reuse the same one, yes, because we didn't change the so their gear color 2. It's too much. I mean, it's cool, but it's too much. 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 I mean, the purple is too much. I mean, it's fantastic, but it's too much. It looks like it looks fake. It looks completely fake, right? The eyes are fantastic, but everything else, I mean, the purple is too much. No, we cannot do it. We cannot do it. Let me try without colorize of the I mean, it looks very nice, but is too much. It looks fake, right? It looks completely fake. It doesn't look like a real creature. It looks like a puppet. We like puppets, but you know, it's a bit too much. Like this, way better. Way better. So we basically have all these spikes being yeah, I think like this I think like this is doable. So he has different eyes, he has different spike color, but the basic body is the same. So it looks weird, but not super weird. Now, not all the spikes, we didn't catch all the spikes, right? So we decided that certain spikes, like these ones, for example, we didn't colorize. I don't know if I fully agree with that. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. I don't know exactly which spikes are those spikes, but I assume there are like this one, for example. And this one, for example. Let me try. These are definitely additional spikes. I should save the preset, but anyway. Minus 143. And then 32. No, 31.556. And this stays at 0. Okay, maybe also this is a spike. I don't know. Let me redo it this way and see what happens. Probably this one is this, and the other one is this. But this one I think we can leave it without. I think I would like just to color. Yeah, exactly. This one I think is cool. The other one I think we can leave. I think like this is okay, guys. I think like this is okay. I think it's very nice. I think it's very nice. I will send it to Wadjet. He's a fan of the Dare gear, so he's a fan of the Dare gear, so I will send it to him. So we have this one and we have this one. I think that seeing the other one, now the spikes here are a bit too simple, right? I think it would be nice to have the spikes blue on this guy. No? I mean, now that we see the other guy, right, where the spikes are all special, and now we see this new, and now we see this one looks kind of plain, right? Can we do it? We can try. Can I transfer the selection? I don't know. Can I copy a selection and how can I do this? I need it on the other image, right? Well, I can copy this, put it on this image as a new layer, maybe. Wait, put it on this image as a new layer. Nah, come on. Please, don't be stupid, okay? It's the same image, so you should just select and copy, right? It's the same side, same everything. Oh my god, why is doing this? Huh? Why? It's not positioning it right. No. Come on. Ah, paste in place. Okay, paste in place. Now, what is the deal? The deal is I don't know. How can I select all of the... I don't know. I just painted... Yeah, maybe. I just painted single color within that range. No, I just... What? I just select invert. No, it doesn't work because... what? What the fuck? How can I select... Ah, maybe now it did it? No. Ah, yes, I think now it did it. Okay, so now I have my selection here. So if I do the same... yeah, but now we need to find the right setting here. Which we don't know. Oh my god, what is going on? Look at that. It's becoming rainbow. You serious? Unfortunately, guys, I need to go, but I will be back. Unfortunately, I don't know when I will be back. I may be back. I may be back tonight late. Okay, I really don't know. I really don't know. But wow, this rainbow thing is insane. So we will work more on this. But I think that the I think having the spikes a different color also on this one, I think would be very, 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 very cool. Because the spikes are really the main characteristic of this race, and I think it makes it look super fantastic. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you probably later tonight or tomorrow, depending on how my life goes. And yeah, meanwhile, if you want to click on follow and download our game, do it. Bye.